Let's talk a little bit about how to assign. There will be one person at the podium who is responsible for taking the guest count, the number of people in the party, figuring out which table they will go to and who the server will be. The way we do this is at the beginning of each day, the manager or myself will take the floor plan that you see in front of you and we will divide it up into separate stations. So as you can see here, there are 6 different stations and they're numbered. This first row of 4 tables is going to be a station. This second row of 4 tables is station 2. This third row of 4 tables will be station 3. Tables 61 and 62 will be station 4. These 3 will make up station 5, and these 3 will make up station 6. The floor plan will not always look exactly like this. Different tables might be in different stations, but it will be segmented like this, and there will be one server assigned to each station. The way we like to assign is we will seat each server one table. That could be a party of 1, it could be a party of 4, it could be a party of 6. Regardless of the number of people at each table, every server will get seated once. So every server will have one table in their section seated, and then we are going to go on a 5 to 10 minute wait. You'll start out with a 5-minute wait. The manager or myself will then come over and let you know if we need to increase that to the full 10 minutes or if we can go ahead and begin seating after the 5 minutes is up. So once every server has been seated, if guests are continuing to come into the podium area, you would just need to get their name, their party size, and let them know that it would be a 5 to 10 minute wait. If it's a party that is larger than 4, we may need to give them a longer wait depending on the party size. If that is the case, just check with the manager or the instructor. When we assign, we want to try to maximize our table and seat utilization. What I mean by that is if a party of 2 comes in, we wouldn't want to sit them at this table. If a party of 2 comes in, we either want to sit them at a table for 2 or a table for 3. If a party of 2 requests a table for 4, we will absolutely grant that wish as long as there is a table for 4 available. However, if no request is made, we're going to try to sit them at a table for 2 or a table for 3. As guests come in, you don't necessarily have to seat station 1 first, station 2 second, station 3 third, so on and so forth. You can bounce back and forth to different parts of the room in order to maximize that table utilization and to meet any requests made by the guests for a specific server. Now let's say the first party comes in and we're going to seat them at table 41. It's a party of 2 and we're going to sit them here. So on the board, we're going to mark that off. And we will know that day who is assigned to station 5 so that when we seat the guest, we can go in and say, your server is going to be John, for example. Let's say the next party that comes in is a party of 4. We now want to go to a different station. It doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. We just don't want to seat station 5 again. So a party of 4 comes in. Let's say we're going to seat them at table 32. So we're going to mark that off on our board, seat them, tell them who their server is, and then come back. Hopefully there will always be 2 people at the podium, 1 person to assign and 1 person to seat. About halfway through the shift, I would like those 2 people to switch so that everybody gets an experience at assigning and seating. Okay, let's say our next party that comes in is a party of 5. There's really only one place to put this in the restaurant. We're going to put them at table 62. That table is for 6, so a party of 5 would fit there perfectly. Sometimes, if we need to, we can put a table of 5 at table 14, 13, or 12. But in this case, if we have a table for 5 or 6 already available, we might as well seat them there. If table 62 were already seated and we had another party of 5 come in, we could then put them at 12, 13, or 14 and put an extra chair at the head of the table. That's what we call capping the table. Let's say our next party to come in is a party of 2. So where would you seat them? Personally, I would seat them at either table 11, table 21, table 42, or 43. I wouldn't want to sit them at table 31 because that station has already been seated and there's other servers that don't have a table yet. So let's just say we're going to seat them at table 21. We're going to mark it off the board, take them in, seat them, and tell them who their server is. Our next party is also a party of 2. So now we're going to go over and either sit them at table 11, 42, or 43. I'm going to put them at 43, mark it off the board, and then take them in, seat them, and tell them who their server is. So now there's only one server who hasn't been seated. Let's say a party of 4 comes in. We can either sit them at 12, 13, or 14. I'm going to sit them at table 14, mark it off my board. Now, every server has been seated once. I'm going on my 5 to 10 minute wait. In 5 minutes, if a manager comes up and says, go ahead and wait the additional 5 minutes, I will. If not, I'll go ahead and start seating any guests that have come into the lobby that I have given a 5 to 10 minute wait. We don't want to ask the guests if it's okay if they wait 5 to 10 minutes because we're giving them the option to say no. We just want to let them know it's going to be a 5 to 10 minute wait. So how that works is the party comes up and they say, oh, we're a party of 2. And you say, can I get a name? It's going to be a 5 to 10 minute wait. They then will let you know, they'll give you your name saying that they're okay with waiting that 5 to 10 minutes. Or they'll say, we'll go somewhere else. So now at this point, we want to start seating everybody their second turn or their second set of guests. I'm just going to go through, mark some tables off as if that's the order that the parties came in. Everybody now has their second table. We're going to go on another 5 to 10 minute wait. Occasionally, the instructor or a manager will come up to you and give you a longer wait or say, we don't need to wait at all. But if you don't hear from somebody in a leadership position, go ahead and assume that we're going to do that 5 to 10 minute wait. Let's say that wait has passed. We're now going to go for what we call the third turn. So I'm going to again mark some tables off. Station 4, I can't seat again because they only have 2 tables in their station. I've just completed my third turn. I now only have 3 tables available in the restaurant. Table 12, table 22, and table 31. So if I were going for a 4th turn and no other tables had gotten up, I could really only do those additional 3 tables. Let's say it's a really busy day and we do seat the entire restaurant. No one's gotten up, all tables are occupied. At this point, we don't want to tell guests that there is a wait time. We just want to let them know that they can check back in 10 to 15 minutes to see if any tables have gotten up. By putting them on a wait list and giving them a wait time, we are guaranteeing them that we're going to seat them. We are not going to seat after 1 o'clock. And if a table didn't get up in time and I had put a party on a wait list, I would need to seat them even if it was after 1 o'clock. Because you all have to get to class, I don't want to make that guarantee, and therefore I just ask them to check back to see if anything's available. Of course, if that 10 to 15 minutes was going to put them after 1 o'clock, there would be no need to check back. We would just tell them we don't have anything available and that the restaurant closes at 1 o'clock. Hopefully this clarifies what we mean by assigning. If there are any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. Please review this video prior to your shift when you're assigned to a host or hostess position. It will help you out a lot. And again, any questions, I can address those anytime, either the day before you have that shift or the day of, as long as we have plenty of time during setup. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you soon.